Mayor of Holyoke is offering his condolences to the family of the innocent bystander shot and killed at the Holyoke Mall Saturday night. He's also calling for change. Welcome to Western Mass News, everyone. It's 6. I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Mary Wilson. The victim described as kind and hardworking. Western Mass News reporter Paris Dunford joins us live in studio with more details. Paris?
Chris, Mary, 33-year-old Trong Tran, known as Michael, was the innocent bystander shot and killed Saturday night at the Holyoke Mall. Holyoke Mayor Joshua Garcia tells me something needs to change to prevent gun violence.
We had an innocent bystander that paid the ultimate price.
Mayor Joshua Garcia sharing his outrage over the events that unfolded Saturday night at the Holyoke Mall. An innocent bystander identified as Trong Michael Tran was shot and killed, allegedly by Ken and Santana Rodriguez, at the Touch of Beauty Nail and Hair Salon. Tran was giving a pedicure to Santana Rodriguez's girlfriend at the time of the shooting. Mayor Garcia acknowledges the tragedy Tran's family now has to face.
My heart breaks, and my sincerest condolences goes out to the family, friends, and co-workers that knew Michael. From what I hear, it sounded like he was one of a kind gentleman.
Western Mass News confirmed with the salon that Tran has worked there for multiple years. A GoFundMe has been started for his family, which states he leaves behind a wife and son. It has raised thousands of dollars in less than a day. The Holyoke Mall at Ingleside released a statement regarding Tran's death, which reads in part, quote, "On January 28th, we lost a father, husband, friend, and member of our Holyoke Mall community. Few words can express the sadness in our hearts, but many can describe Michael's impact on his community. He was kind, hardworking, and always made sure not only his customers, but his co-workers were doing well." Mayor Garcia says something needs to be done by legislators to prevent gun violence like this.
It always came down to gun laws in America and what our representatives should be doing to help close those gaps so that these incidents don't take place.
And Santana Rodriguez pleaded not guilty yesterday at his arraignment, and he's now being held without the right to bail. We will have a link to Tran's family GoFundMe page on westernmassnews.com. You can look for the blue As Seen on TV link. Reporting live in studio, Paris Dunford for Western Mass News.